So I found this very old journal of mine. This is my first journal ever from 2011. And I thought it was very interesting. So I am going to talk about it today and how I started journaling. So I've been journaling for 5 years now. I started journaling in 8th grade, but that was not a very good time in my life. So I don't really like talking about it, but it's kind of crucial. So at that time, I didn't have friends to talk to at school because there was a problem in the class and everybody stayed away from me. They didn't include me in conversations or in projects. I felt very lonely. I felt like I could not fit in. But I kept all of those feelings and thoughts and opinions to myself, that I felt like something was rotting inside, you know? And because I got nobody to talk to, there was silence around me. The silence that was available for other kind of noise to fill in. And those noises never left me ever since 2011. They were the self-doubt. They stay away from you because you're wrong, because there's something wrong with you, because you're this, because you're that, because you're blah 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 blah. So I had this anger and sadness inside me, and it built and built and built. So I had to have something to let it out. That's where the journaling starts to work in my life. I grab a book and I just sort of scribbled everything down. My feelings, my thoughts, everything. I wrote this journal intentionally with a bad handwriting because I was so paranoid that if anybody in the class knew I was writing a journal, they would take it away from me and they would make fun of it, and I would feel very embarrassed. I can't really read what I wrote. 5 things can be the general theme of the journal entries in 2011. The first one is how upset and how mad I was with everybody. September 22nd, 2011. She is so annoying. The entries are filled with lots of negative words because I was very unhappy with myself. And I was also projecting how unhappy I was with how I treat everybody else that doesn't know my problem. So I guess I was a bad person at that time too, because of the bitterness inside me. Olivia, one of my favorite YouTubers, talked about this a long time ago, and she said that people are not nice to other people because they're not nice to themselves. And that is true. I realized when I read this journal again, I was so not satisfied with myself. I was so sad and so confused that I thought there was something wrong with myself. That's why people didn't really like me. I don't really think of that anymore. I think in this past 6 months I have been kind to myself a lot more than I have in probably 4 years, and I'm happy about that. I can really see it in my journals too. My journals nowadays have the first sentence like, I'm happy about today, or I went to YouTube and watched this video and it inspired me so much. Very different kinds of words that pop up in my head when I was writing because I felt happy. The second is how sad I was with myself and with the situation at school. I'm upset about this, I'm upset about that. Today was a horrible day. Today was a nightmare. Today is the worst day ever. This is kind of sad. The third one is how sad I was because of boys. Stupid. I love him, but he likes her. I don't really care about that anymore. Like, if I like somebody, if I like a guy, then alright, I like him. And I guess I still care if they like me back, but I don't make such a big deal out of it. And I don't lose my sleep at night. I don't cry at night over those uncertain feelings or potential relationships or something. Fourth is how obsessed I was with Taylor Swift's song that when I read this, I realized that I just straight up copied Taylor Swift lyrics and used it as descriptions of my days. It hasn't changed, honestly. Like, I'm still obsessed with Taylor Swift after 5 years. I did meet her. I watched her Red tour in Indonesia live. Number 5 is generally just how I struggled with the materials at school, but not because I could not do it, but because I wanted to be good at them, because I cared, and I still do. Oh, that's it. That was a very interesting chat about how I got into journaling and what type of person I was in 2011, I guess. So yeah, well, let me know if you want more of these journaling videos because I really like talking about them. Yeah. Bye. Oh, I can read this one from There is no date. Oh, there is a date. 2nd of March 2012. Oh no, I probably shouldn't because this is kind of a letter to a person that I was close with, but he was moving to another town. Wait, I wrote Twilight fanfiction in my journal.